We checked into Disney's Vero Beach Resort for 2 nights. I am a DVC member, so I paid for this with using points. The room was absolutely beautiful as usual. That was our pizza for tea the first night we arrived. Spotlessly clean, really spacious, absolutely love it. Here's the sunrise on the first morning, which we watched from our bed, which was just amazing. We were up early, as usual, on your first day in Florida, and that wonderful feeling of having 2 weeks stretched out in front of you just feels amazing. So we sat on the balcony and had coffee and waited for the sun to come up to decide what we were going to do with ourselves that day. One of the things we really like doing when we visit Vero is the historic jungle trail. It's an 8-mile long loop and you drive around it, but there are points where you can get out and there are lookout points that have been built where you can go and use the binoculars to see the wildlife. There's loads of birds to see, and then there's lots of historical plaques that tell you all about the wildlife and how things ended up there and the history of the place, which is a really interesting thing to do. As you can see, it gets quite muddy down there, and it had been raining the night before, so yeah, you have to be careful because some of the puddles can get quite deep. Then it was back to the pool to chill for an hour. Before we were on to our next adventure, which was jet skiing. We booked this with Salty's jet skis, which are out in Fort Pierce, not too far away from Vero Beach. It was excellent. The guide was really good. There was actually only us booked on. He took us out for an hour, and it was really interesting. Then we went back to the resort and decided to go down the slide like a couple of big kids that we are. The merch shop's really nice at Vero Beach. Here you can see they had loads of Halloween stuff, and then they have Vero Beach stuff and DVC stuff. They have some really nice things in there. I've got quite a few things from that shop over time. Then it was time to drive to Walt Disney World to check into our next hotel, which was going to be Old Key West. The drive was pretty nondescript, although we did see one of those new Cybertruck things that I've just shown you, which was quite exciting. But other than that, pretty nondescript, and it was nice to finally be going under the Walt Disney World arch. Is there anything more exciting? So on to the next adventure.